Nike have just pulled one of the most genius, and I mean this, genius Caitlin Clark hype things we've seen. And I am very impressed because I was not high on what Nike had done. I thought Nike had done a lot of really bad things with Caitlin. I didn't know if Nike were even capable of doing something good with Caitlin, but they are.
So, Nike just did something I honestly thought was beyond them at this point. After months of shaky marketing around Caitlin Clark, campaigns that felt out of touch and merch that failed to make any real impact, they finally figured it out. And this move isn't just smart. It could completely reshape how athlete branding works in women's basketball.
From anywhere, Caitlin, can you make it from there? Where she's just shooting from deep. And the whole thing is about, like, how about from here? And I think that is kind of perfect because you've got all these people saying, oh, Caitlin can't make them here. By the way, this one's really, really annoying. I'm going to talk about this later. Why is it like, oh, from here, and they're talking about the international fans. But I'm like, man, you literally can't. People are talking about the international fans, but you can't actually get any.
2 words Nike is betting can carry the same cultural weight that Be Like Mike did in the 90s. The entire campaign is built around Caitlin's deep-range shooting, and the numbers back it up. In her rookie season, she averaged 8.4 three-point attempts per game, knocking down 2.8 from deep. But the real story is where those shots are coming from 28, 30, even 35 feet out, routinely. That's not just WNBA range. That's a whole different shooting tier. And here's the insight Nike gets that many brands still miss. You don't sell the complete player. You sell the signature moment, the one that makes people stop scrolling.
She's one of the best shooters of all time. Now it's time to prove that you're a shooter also. Get creative and share your own trick shot video using hashtag from anywhere, hashtag team Nike, hashtag Nike basketball. I don't know if this is an ad, but this is really smart. We need Michael Jordan and Larry Bird to reunite for one with Caitlin Clark, one of the best shooters of all time. I'm going to say one of the most impactful shooters of all time. You know what? Like, there are people that put college shoot that say because what someone did in college, they're one of the best shooters of all time. She's easily one of the best deep three shooters of all time. She's some of the best range of all time. And you have now got a big social media.
Now watch what Nike did next, because this is where the strategy really kicks in. They didn't just roll out ads. They launched a social media challenge powered by influencers and creators. Lethal Shooter, one of basketball's most influential trainers with over 3 million followers, dropped the hashtag from anywhere challenge on Christmas Day. The Go Jester, another major sports creator, followed with a paid partnership showcasing trick shots from ridiculous distances. This isn't traditional advertising. This is cultural engineering. Nike is trying to turn range into a permanent part of basketball language, the same way Curry range entered the conversation. And they're using the exact playbook that worked for Steph, because this strategy already has a proven
goal from Nike. What will sell is, like, people my age remember when Jimmer range meant something. People my age, remember when Curry range first became a thing. But for me, Jimmer range was different. The way, like, people were literally, for a brief period in time, people, when they threw a ball into a bin, they said, they shouted Jimmer. Very few of them. Very.
Jimmer was everywhere for about 6 months back in 2011. We're yelling Jimmer while tossing paper into trash cans. It was real cultural penetration, brief, but undeniable. It didn't last, but while it did, it moved merchandise, created buzz, and directly boosted his draft stock and endorsement value. Now imagine that same phenomenon, not for months, but sustained over years. That's what Nike is trying to build with Caitlin. And here's the key difference. Caitlin has something Jimmer never did, real staying power at the professional level. She's not flaming out overseas. She's already proven she can dominate in the WNBA, averaging 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game as a rookie while leading the league in assists. The foundation is rock solid, which means this market
will shout Jimmer instead of Kobe. But now it's the stage where people might start, if they throw from really far away, start shouting Caitlin Clark. Or shouting Caitlin, because at the end of the day, look, it's genuinely a big thing. It is a big thing, and once that becomes mainstream, that Caitlin Clark becomes synonymous with long range shooting, and not just like and it becomes a kind of brand thing, Nike will sell so much shit.
Here's why the Deep 3 is the perfect foundation for a brand. It's the most electric play in basketball, period. Not the most technical, not the most athletic, the most exciting. When someone pulls up from 35 feet and drills it, everyone reacts. The arena erupts. Clips explode across social media. It's visual, dramatic, and it's instantly shareable. That's exactly why Steph Curry became the NBA's most popular player long before he ever won a Finals MVP in 2022. His jersey outsold LeBron's for years. And now Caitlin Clark's jersey outsold LeBron's in her rookie season. The pattern couldn't be clearer. Deep shooting doesn't just entertain. It creates an entirely different level of fan engagement.
Yeah, look, for me anyway, this is huge. This is absolutely huge, and I gotta give credit where credit's due to Nike. I think Nike did it perfectly. I think Nike have branded this perfectly. They have now. There was Be Like Mike, and it's not going to be Like Caitlin. Doesn't sound right, but Caitlin range, shooting from Caitlin range, and if it becomes a thing where, and it is to a lesser extent, where you see kids, obviously you know the whole thing being.
And Nike knows this may be the most valuable women's basketball partnership they've ever made. Not because Caitlin is guaranteed to become the greatest player in WNBA history, though that's still on the table, but because her game converts directly into viewership in a way no other women's player's game does. Paige Buecher's might end up being more technically refined. Aya Wilson is already a two-time MVP, but neither drives casual fan engagement the way Caitlin does, because neither has that signature moment that stops non-basketball fans in their tracks. Just look at the numbers from her rookie season. Games Caitlin played averaged 1.32 million viewers on major networks, under 400,000. That's not just star power, that's an entirely different level of cultural.
Because kids are all shooting threes. If it's now a thing where kids are just joking around, chucking half-court shots, shouting Caitlin Clark, that's obviously what they're wanting. That's obviously what the goal for the goal for the team is, or for goal for her is with Nike. And I think long term, as long as Caitlin keeps showing up on the court, which I have no doubt she will, this is going to be Nike's most profitable partnership, because as good as, there is a world where Paige Buecher ends up as a better player than Caitlin Clark. Do I think that world will be a thing? No, but there is a world where that happens. There is.
Now let's talk about what Nike is really trying to build here, because From Anywhere isn't just a tagline. An attempt to own a slice of basketball culture the same way Jordan owned Be Like Mike, and Gatorade owned Like Mike before that. If Nike can turn phrases like Caitlin range or shooting from Caitlin range into everyday playground language, they've created something far bigger than traditional advertising. Think about what that looks like in real life. Every time a kid pulls up for a deep three in a pickup game and someone says, "All right, Caitlin Clark," that's free marketing. Every time a broadcaster references Caitlin range during a game, that's brand reinforcement. Every social post using From Anywhere becomes another organic touch point. Nike isn't paying for those moments. They're designing a system where the culture markets the brand for them. But here's the critical part. This only works if Caitlin keeps delivering. If she hits a sophomore slump, if the deep shooting fades, the whole structure collapses. But if she sustains it, or elevates it, if she keeps pulling from 30 feet and burying shots in big moments, Nike has created a self-sustaining marketing engine. Footage becomes the ad. Highlights become the message. Compare that to how Nike has treated other WNBA stars. Aya Wilson earns respect, signature shoes, and commercials, but there's no cultural shorthand tied to her game. Same with Brianna Stewart. Same with Sabrina Ionescu. Even with her shooting ability, Nike is betting that Caitlin's extreme range can break through mainstream culture in a way pure dominance or all-around excellence rarely does. The international angle adds another layer. The campaign hints at global impact, but as noted, you literally can't buy Caitlin Clark merchandise in Europe right now. That's a huge missed opportunity, but it also shows Nike is playing the long game. They're laying the cultural foundation today, with international expansion in mind for the future. As the WNBA grows globally, Caitlin's association with basketball's most exciting play positions her as the face of that growth. Especially smart is how Nike structured the social media challenge. They didn't just ask fans to shoot threes, they made it about creativity and distance. From Anywhere can be your driveway, half court, or some absurd angle. Each attempt is unique, each video shareable, and every post tagged with the campaign reinforces Caitlin Clark's connection to long-range shooting.